It's another beautiful day here in Columbus, and it's your boy Zarly Marley, and we're still doing interviews, reaching out to people that are making progress in life, people that are reaching lives with music and art. Here we have King Thunder. If you have not heard about him, I would tell you to look him up, because that man, boy, he has some fire. Now, we're going to delve into his personal life a little bit, his music, that is his career, and his business, because as you can see behind me, I got props up and a CD up and everything, a book up. Look, for a young black man to come up with all this is not easy. So King Thunder, you're welcome to the show.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for having me.
So King Thunder, the question I want to first ask is, who is King Thunder and why King Thunder?
King Thunder is a musician. King, the first part of the name is because we all kings. We all got power inside of us. All we got to do is find it. The last part of that being thunder is that thunder is heard all over the world. You know, some places it doesn't rain, but you'll hear thunder. So around the world, it's like an expansion. It's a spreading. You know what I'm saying? Right. Different cities, different states, different countries, right. Different continents at different times, you'll hear thunder outside. Right. So that's the whole concept and metaphor of reaching everywhere in due time.
So you're trying to tell us that when you roar loud.
For sure. That's
right.
A fact.
So, I have listened to a little bit of your songs from your EP, and I can tell you that I can mention a couple of them that are my favorite. Black Lives Matter, not being racial or anything, is one of my favorites. And another one is the one that you have, the Afro pop way. I don't know the title of that song, but
I Don't Pretend.
I Don't Pretend.
Yep.
You speak on real stuff when it comes to music. You are deep. You are not just doing flashy, talking about shoes, cars, or clothes, sure. But you are talking about life, and you've been through the hustle, so you like to hustle. Your lyrics are deep. What inspires your lyrics?
I got so many people that I came up listening to. Tupac, the number one person. The latest great, Nipsey Hussle. I'm very big on California music just because I feel like a lot of the substance that I hear that comes from a lot of the artists that I listen to from out there, this is how I grew up, listening to substance. You know what I'm saying? All the rap groups from Arrested Development to Diggable Planets to all of the people, Redman, Method Man, everybody back in the day that I grew up on listening to, Snoop, it was always substance provided inside of these songs. You know what I'm saying? They had especially Tupac. He's my number one influence because he kept it well-rounded. He told his real life. It was realities, different stories. Even if he didn't personally go through the story would connect to people in a way to where they felt like he was talking about them. That's kind of what I do in my music. So I just talk about my realities, and a lot of my realities just happen to connect with other people's realities. You know what I'm saying? So I like to keep that in my music at all times. Whether I'm speaking on things that I might have just witnessed somebody else go through, or something I went through myself, my surroundings, my upbringing, your parental changes, as far as broken homes go, all of these things, you know what I'm saying, are to be talked about. So it's more than just, shooting and jewelry and women and clothes and all of these things. Is like cultural, like you see all this stuff going on around you. Like, you're going to talk, that's your reality. You know what I'm saying? You see these things right outside of your front door every day. Every time you go out, you see these same things. But there's more to life than just that. There's places people haven't visited. There's places people haven't seen. I've been to Belize. I've been to Honduras. I've been to Mexico. I've been to a couple places. And all these cultures is different. So it's so much more to talk about than just the simple, small things.
So you talking about the travels, you mean that the travels have also incorporated a different mindset in your thinking, to know that the world is not just about what you know around you, but there's more to it.
Exactly. It's about what you don't know as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, so the things that you don't know, like, it's so much more out here. Like, there's so many planets, so many stars, so many scientific facts that we haven't figured out yet. And like a lot of that self-research, I do a lot of self-research because I don't like going on when somebody tells me, or what I read out of a book, or what people want me to believe. I do my own self-research so that my words is genuine. Like, I won't ever let nobody write my music because I feel like that don't come from a genuine place. All of my stuff has to come from me, my mind, my heart, my soul, my body. Like, it all has to be projected a certain way so that you feel the passion in my words. You know, I feel like people that's not passionate and real with the things that they put out, you can hear that they're not passionate in the music. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to tell somebody else's story or to put a story out there and people feel it if it's not a reality. Like, it's not something that you speaking on with some heartfelt words. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if I was to speak on somebody else's life and try to tell you about them in a song, I don't really know the facts of his life, where he came from, what makes him who, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I'd be talking falsely. So it's hard to have passion behind that.
Right.
When you know what you speaking is reality, you ain't gonna get nothing but passion out of that.
I agree. I agree. I hope the viewers agree too. So when it comes to, well, shout out to him. He got me all looking fresh today in the total rampage. Big ups to him. We have to support a brother to support my concepts too. So, your book, Trained to Conceal Hearts and Emotions.
Yeah.
What do you really talk about? Like, what is it about?
It's a semi-biography of a little bit of my life and how I came up out of that to figure out my own place of peace, to find peace within myself, and to go about life being who I want to be, not what life and the problems that I've had before from a child to grown didn't mold me into what I am. You know what I'm saying? That's a lot of the faults that we have as human beings, is we let all the stuff we go through make us who we are today. And then we use that as the excuse to be, whether we bad people or negative people or people that don't like to do fun stuff because somebody done ripped all the fun and happiness away from us because of the stuff we went through in life. Sometimes we got to step out of that box and look at life and say, I want to be this particular person. This is the kind of person I want to be. I want to be loving, caring, nurturing, give more life to the world. You feel me? Give more heart to the world. I don't want to be shut down and tell people that I'm this disturbed person that's going through a lot and I always going to have this negative mindset because I went through this with my mother back in the day. Right. Or, you know what I'm saying, this job cut me off and didn't give me this position. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't allow your personal problems to make you who you are, or you're a puppet. You feel me? Like, if you do that, it's like pain here, pain here, pain here, and you went through all of these pains. But if this makes you who you are, then you're not even yourself. You let all your problems make you somebody. But you got to make yourself what you want to be. Like, you can come from a slew of drug addicts in your whole family and determine you want to be something great, and then go be that. You don't have to, like, follow the trend of what's happened in your past and your family or whatever the case may be. Choose to make yourself whatever you want to be and move forward with that.
So, like, you hear from King Thunder, he's saying that you got to pave your own path. Don't let your circumstances make you who you are. Rather, make yourself a part of the situation, but let the situation change you. And that is positive. So, aside, like, writing the books, like, how long did it take you to write a book? And somebody might go like, who is King Thunder? I ain't heard his name anywhere, and why would he write a book for me to read to be inspired? What would you say to somebody like that?
Inspiration is key to everything. I was inspired by Louis Farrakhan, a lot of the past leaders of our time. Louis Farrakhan, number one, because I feel like he speaks his reality, he speaks his truth, he doesn't care what people feel about it. If it's something he's passionate about and it's a reality to him, he's going to speak it. He's not worried about saying something wrong that could get him killed from him knowing too much, that's the fear in America of knowing too much, being too smart, knowing too many secrets of the United States, and being taken out because of that. Reason why you should read my book is because I'm trying to encourage people to live a greater life, to be more peaceful. We all need peace. Peace is basically the main factor in everybody's life that they need, because you can be around a whole bunch of people, but if you don't have peace, you feel like you're overwhelmed. You're surrounded by too many different energies and you don't feel comfortable. So finding your own peace, that allows you to know when to get away from something, when to feel the vibes and energies that you don't want to be around, and get yourself back somewhere where you feel stable at. So my book is basically just giving you a path to your freedom. You know what I'm saying? Because our freedoms, we get trapped because we stuck on society's opinions. We stuck on, what do these people care about? What do people think about me? What did this person think about me? If you being positive and you walking in a purpose and your great purpose and your godly positive position, nobody can tell you what you are or change your dynamic of what you're trying to be. You know what I'm saying? Like that, when you get to that kind of peace, nothing else matters but where you trying to go in life. You feel me? And as long as you stay positive, nothing can stop that. So for those that don't know me, I'm more than just a musician. I'm more than just a clothing brand. I'm more than just a book that I wrote. I'm more than just having different streams of income and somebody that does logos, and everything that I do helps somebody else in some kind of way. The clothing line, it was based on fitness, and then I put some style into it so people can style at the same time as they staying fit. You can come out here, just take a walk, take a run. So that's what that's about. The book is about finding peace. You feel me? My music is about everything in total. You know what I'm saying? So like anything that you listen to or involve yourself in that's involving me, you're going to get some passion from it. You're going to get some growth from it. You're going to get some good words from it, and definitely a slew of positivity from it. So you got to take like the negatives with the goods, because in our culture, that's what we got. We got days we walk outside, have a good day. You got days you come outside, might have a bad day. But every single day is a positive day long as you open your eyes. That's what people got to fail to realize. The blessing in itself is that you woke up to have a chance to create a better day or have a bad day. Because whichever one you had, you woke up. You got to be thankful for that blessing in itself. That's where God can punish a lot of people at.
So, King Thunder, when it comes to designing and stuff like that for your T-shirt and stuff like that, I see you have a trunk full of your merchandise. He's not just doing music. He's trying to get multiple streams. What makes you get up and want to do music and at the same time do clothes? How are you scheduling the load?
I'm definitely just thinking about generational wealth at this point. I know I want to leave my kids with something that they can carry on into the future, because so many of us get caught on college is the only way to go. Get a degree, go get another job, but you can be self-sufficient in making all of this success happen. So I've pretty much got about 10 to 11 things that I do for streaming income outside of regular jobs. I haven't worked a regular job in about 2 years, and I like pick and choose when I want to do it, but sometimes I just get unmotivated and then go back into my own self-worth. So I want my kids to be able to pick up on that and realize that as long as they put the effort into their own work and their own business, that they can be just as successful as anybody else. So that's pretty much where I'm going with that. In my designs, I let everything flow. I let everything come to me naturally. I don't force anything when it comes to music or clothing designs. If I feel like my brain is straining too much, I sit on it. I take a nap, relax, take a couple days off, and then I let my designs come to me. And a lot of times my designs come to me in my sleep. You know, I wake up and just go to work at 4 o'clock in the morning, and I just start doing stuff.
Hey, it said that a mind that really goes to work never sleeps, because you know you always be thinking. Even though you're asleep, your mind is still racing. So if somebody wants to find, do you have any videos out? Do you have any like online streaming channels that if somebody wants to follow your music, like, you know, I see you passing out CDs, which I like, because you're still keeping it old school. Because you know, back in the day, if you really trust me, take my CD and go listen to it. And instead of you going online to go stream it, do you have any other mediums that you're using to share your music?
Well, this is the good thing about that. On my album, on my CDs, they got these QR codes on there. So what I did with those QR codes was I made it to where it's a one-stop shop. So I had everything separated at first, and everybody was telling me that that was the business model. You should be able to, you know, grow all of these different things on different platforms. And I'm like, that was too tedious. It's too much to try to run 7 different pages at the same time. So now, if you just scan the QR code on anything, it takes you directly to my website, and it's a one-stop shop. You can get to my music, you can get to my book, you can get to the clothes. I actually got my own liquor too that we're trying to rebrand. So it's going to go through its rebranding phase, and by next year it'll be out professionally and probably in a couple stores. So that's something that we slow rolling on right now. But as far as everything else, on my Spotify page, my Instagram, my Facebook, TikTok, everything that you could possibly find me on is on my website. So if you go to KINGTHUNDA614, it'll take you to everything you can't miss. You'll find me every way possible. Email, YouTube, everything is on my website. So I made it to where I could funnel everybody to one place and you can find me everywhere instead of me having to send people to 8 different places to find me.
All right, now, so you didn't heard a little bit more from King Thunder. Why don't you go to his Facebook page, his YouTube page, subscribe, like, share, so that he can also grow and give you some good music and give you some of these amazing clothing that he got just to support black businesses. Not just black businesses, but another young man trying to get out of the old ways of thinking and then trying to make a wealth for himself. Let's help support the black people. So, King Thunder, I would say it was nice having you on the show.
Man,
and it's Zolly Marley, and we'll always keep in touch. Anytime you have any gig or anything, just give me a call and I'll come there with my cameras.
I appreciate you, man. Thanks for having me, man.
All right. See ya.